Have you found the dog? Have you got the dog? How do you unlock the dog? These are the comments that I keep getting on my videos, in the Discord, on the Empire of Sin Discord. I've seen it everywhere, and you know what? I didn't have the answer, but what I did do is went ahead and found the answer for you, and on the same day I've got the answer, I will give you the answer too. This is the video on how to get that lucky dog that is featured within the DLC of Hunt for Aurora. Now, what you are looking for is this neighborhood. Now, if you are using the DLC, this neighborhood will always be in your game. So what you're going to have to do is clear the Fog of War, and you will be able to find a very special icon. Now, the icon appears just like a thug, except it's not red. Nope, this icon is like a yellow. So once you do manage to clear this map, have a little look-see around, and you will find your pet. It will be labeled or marked as a pet. Unfortunately, fair warning and spoilers ahead, this isn't just a run here and the dog is yours. There's a little bit of a mission, and it's not necessarily clear on how this works. So as you can see, we marked him, so we're going to get our gangsters to run over to him. Now, when you do actually make your way over to the dog, it will run away. Please don't panic. This is intended. What is actually you need to do is that you need to feed that dog. Now, it may be a little bit of a surprise because this kind of mechanic hasn't been in Empire of Sin before, so you'll be completely forgiven for missing this completely. Embarrassingly, I did miss this. In fact, I chased the dog around and he kept disappearing, and I was getting incredibly frustrated, wondering why said dog kept disappearing and running through walls. Here's the dog right here, and as you can see, as you run up to him, he does run away. But if we pause real quick, you can see that there is a food bowl. In fact, it is even glowing, indicating that you can interact with it. So while unpaused, you can press Y or triangle, depends which platform you're playing it on. But essentially, you can interact with it and fill it with pet food. Now, if you hang around, the dog may appear. You could startle him by doing this. Your best bet is simply to go back to your safe house, to leave the neighborhood, to allow some time to pass, and then come back. Now, the second time you do this, he may be ready for you to chat to him. He may feel that you are a responsible fellow. But you may have to do this one other time as well, because unfortunately sometimes you can just spook him. If you spook him in the middle of him eating, it's not going to work. If you return too quick, it's also not going to work. You can just keep feeding him. Eventually, here, have a little speech bubble above him, and you will be able to chat with him. This is actually a lot simpler than at first it seemed. Once you do chat with him, some NPC comes over, and essentially you're able to adopt the dog. Now, like I said, he's actually a pretty interesting companion. He is a non-combatant though, meaning that you cannot fight with him, despite the fact that he has hit points, despite the fact that he has perks. You can't fight with him, but he does have an interesting story, an interesting mission attached to him. A mission, I'm told, rewards a very good weapon. However, there's a hint that this mission may be hard, so if you're going to go at it, make sure you come prepared. But there we go, guys. That is how you get our lovely dog companion. Now, he is supposed to provide an element of luck. In other words, you're going to get bigger and better gear, I'm guessing, from fights. So it's definitely worth having if you're able to. Like I said, he's a cute little fellow, and I think he's a pretty decent addition to the game. I do wish he was a combatant. I wish you could actually fight with him. I think that would be cool. But hey, please have him in. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.